Namaste to all. We'll begin with a small invocation. So just be receptive. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. And be aware of your breath. To the great Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to my beloved spiritual teacher, Grandmaster Chokuksui, to Lord Bodhisattva Meling, to Lord Melchizedek, to all the spiritual teachers, to all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, to the hierarchy of angels, to the spiritual sun, the central sun, to our guardian angels, the angels assigned to the Triangle's blessing team, the beings taking care of our family, our home, our lineage, the beings of connectivity, technology, the beings of light in our rooms right now, and all the invisible helpers. We're very grateful for your presence. We are very grateful for your blessings, for your help, for your contribution at all levels. With deep gratitude, deep respect, and lots of love. We thank you all. We thank ourselves. We thank everyone in full faith. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you may gently open your eyes. So today, earlier, I was totally blank in terms of what we should think about together in a group in today's session. But then it happened that I was reading this book and something really highlighted. And I think what I'm going to share is very helpful for everyone because it talks about health. So there is a beautiful phenomena which is shared. Hmm. Oh, it's a lot to there. I'm just kind of, framing so that I can just pick something. But let me just read one paragraph and then I'll add on to it. So this paragraph says that there are many people of a supercilious nature who are always ready to crack a joke at the expense of those who practice methods of divine healing, which teach one to cultivate a fearless attitude of mind under all conditions. To make it more simplify in our day-to-day language, there are people, a lot of people, who really crack jokes on those those people, some of us like us, who believe in the divine healing, who believe in the prayers and who believe in doing the right things, so on. And then because whenever we think of the path of spirituality, when we think of the path and we study and we walk on path, it kind of develops fearlessness in oneself. Do you feel that way also? I'm just asking. Because for me, I feel that the more spiritual knowledge came in my life, or let's say the more I became aware of the life and how it works and the power of the connection with divine healing and prayers and karma and everything, I felt the fear in me started becoming less and less because somehow there was a sense of one, understanding how things work, and with that understanding came another reality or sense that uh, it's not out of control. It's like my life is in my hand. And then we understand the power of connection with the teacher, with the knowledge, with the creator. We also feel that, okay, how it is helping me heal, how it is helping me resolve the scenarios and situations around. So somewhere, at least that I have noticed, and that's why I'm sharing, I feel there is a sense of empowerment that I feel. Thus, the fear becomes less. There is more hope. There is there is more resilience. There is more faith, which makes me moving. And when I move, I see that with that energy, things shift. So there are people who really mock and laugh that prayers will not get you money, doing good things will not get your file approved in the government office. There's so many ways. I'm just saying too. But so here, what the author is saying is, but as a matter of actual fact, an enormous percentage of our sickness is actually due and traceable to feelings of fear upon the part of the patient. So that means that the fear is playing a very significant and enormous role in any and all kind of sicknesses in one's life. Here the focus is more on the sickness of, actually no, it's talking about sickness. Sickness is at again all levels: physical, emotional, mental. And then I highlighted one point here, and I'm just going directly. No, actually, there's a beautiful point. I won't miss it. Okay, I'm just sharing this. So, travelers who have visited uninhabited islands report that the birds and bees found there were unafraid of them at first. Like if you go to a place where the humans have not been there much, you will find that the animals, even the birds, are not much scared of anything. But then when more humans go, they are afraid. So one understanding that we humans kind of add on to the creation of fear. Let me make it more relatable. How many of us, as adults, make the child fearful so that the child does the right thing or what we want to do? I am guilty of that. Police will come if you will not sleep. Ghost will come. If you won't listen to me, I will leave you and I'll not be there. If you will don't brush your teeth, all the germs will be there. They'll rot your teeth and you won't have any teeth in the future. If you eat more sweets, like yes or no? Because it is a very easy way to do it. Same goes with us. If you don't study, you will fail an exam. If you don't do good in your examinations, you will not get good university. If you will not do good in university, you will not get job. The parhai, like whatever studies you have done, it is not enough. If you don't have the good English speaking skills, you won't get through the interviews. If you don't have very good clothes, the people are not impressed, they'll not talk to you. If you see, there are most of the things fear driven, and that's why again there's so much of sickness all around. Yes or no? We all do that. We all do that. We all have experienced it, and we all do that and contribute. The first time we come across any street animal, what is our body language? Pick something and kind of, to make the animal shoo away out of fear. What we sow, we reap. And then the author beautifully said, so this is in regards to all big creatures. And then the nature and the divine has such a magnificent, beautiful way of making a human feel that you are just a tiny being, your existence itself is questionable. And that is why when the creature becomes smaller, the humans are terrified. Coronavirus, bacteria, flu, fly, mosquitoes. And the more we have the resources to kill them, the more they are. To that matter, that even if we talk about milk, humans are scared to drink milk which is not pasteurized. They cannot, we cannot. Who am I, a separate person? We cannot give it to a child who is very young. We humans are scared of drinking water. It has to be distilled, purified, blah, 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 treated. So as the creature became smaller and smaller, the fear in us became bigger and bigger because now it's kind of going out of our hand. So the thing is that is not this whole attitude ridiculous and unworthy of our high and noble estate as human beings, as children of God? Like literally mocking. Is it not ridiculous? On the other side, we say we are children of God, we are God-like, and the other hand, we instill fear, and we are so much fearful. So the author says that it is well known to science that an attitude of fear breaks down the power of resistance of body and therefore lays it liable to diseases which would not otherwise be able to gain a foothold. So it's like really, really clear that, and this is scientifically proven. And I think all those who have worked with patients, we realize if somebody is very fearful, no matter how much we try to help, the help is not there. The book is same. I think few weeks ago I showed again the occult principles of health and healing by uh, Max Heindel. So the beauty is fear is something that plays a very, very important role in terms of health and sicknesses. Because that is one which creates, drop our resistance. And it's very beautifully also shared that the various organs in our body, especially like that of spleen, we take in the solar prana, which really helps us regain our health. So that's it, because there's a lot, but I think this is best to share, which really makes sense that be watchful of fear. Really be watchful of fear and try not to add on to it. So see, all that karma that we have done till now, we cannot undo it, right? But what we can do, we can try something so that it becomes least effective in some way or the other. And how do we do it? It's like if there is darkness, we need to bring in light. If there is lack of love, if there is so much of cruelty, we really need to bring in love, kindness, and compassion. So what is that is opposite of fear? That means if that is there, fear is difficult to sustain. What's that for you? Before I say anything, what's that? Love? You feel if there is love, there is no fear? Trust? Okay, what else? Faith, respect, courage. That's it. No judgment. Belief, power, acceptance, self-confidence, confidence. So if we talk about few words, there is an underlying meaning like confidence, self-confidence, belief, courage comes from some kind of trust and faith. Sometimes you have to how to manage with child for right thing. Oh yeah. So there is a word called as inspiration, no? Which is very difficult to do because we have to live it that way. That's why we restore easy thing as fear. Okay, for the child, I really want to say the children, and we are all children till date, whether we acknowledge it or not, but we still do the same thing. So if I see how do I learn, I learn by watching and observing those who are leading a right way, because that makes sense. That makes me a confidence that, oh, this being is also living in the same world, but this being is able to behave and react differently. And still, this being is doing pretty good. Yes or no? The same way the children learn when they see us. So if I have to teach my child, like I'll really say, if I need to teach a child that we need to brush at least 2 times a day, and I am not brushing, then I really need to have fear only. But what if I say, let's do it together? So the moment we're there, let's go together, we are doing it together. So the few times you walk together, and after some time, the child will be walking on its own. Exactly same how we teach a child to ride a cycle, a bicycle. What do? You hold, you let the child bike, you run along, and then you leave. I not remember, I just say it. So my daughter, she observes that I try to my best that I don't lie. Like in my awareness, I know in my past I might have lied a lot, but the moment I recognize the repercussions, see again, the fear is the motivation not to lie. So when I understood karma and I understood how it impacts and the kind of work I do, the kind of things I want to excel in, the truth is the baseline foundation. So if I am in a very funny joke cracking something which is based on a lie, it is impacting me big time. So I thought, no, this is nowhere going. So this really helped me build my foundation, like when we are in a kind of situation where corruption, lying, and joking, making somebody feel less is very common and acceptable. That's how we do in school days also. We kind of become one party and then we pull leg of somebody. So joking on somebody else, cracking, and we have so many shows we like watching. They're all making jokes of each another. And we love doing that. So everything that is so evil is so normal and acceptable and appreciated that it is a part. So at times when we understand what is the perk if I don't do it, there has to be some motivation, no? We all are business kind of people right from childhood. The parents have given up, okay, one chocolate, you do this thing, or one star, whatever. So that business mentality is from day one, I think. I cry and I am being taken care of. It's like something or the other I have to put in, and that's bringing in. So for me, that understanding that if there is a life of truth, what kind of perks it brings in. So that perk was a big motivation. So more than fear, I think the perk really motivated me. And of course, I understand the lopsided, like the losses of saying. Why I'm saying this, so what happened is that if ever my husband is telling anything to my daughter, she would come back and cross-check with me. And I said, why? Like, it's not that I'm super intelligent. He's far more intelligent than me. Why you're coming to me? And then she says that because I know you don't lie. And then because of that, no matter how good or bad, but she tries her best to tell me the truth, even if I'm sure she's not doing it 100%. She's just a child, still managing with the fear. But even if at times she says something that's not truthful, she cannot stay without telling and accepting it after a certain period of time that I really feeling sad or bad, that I could not take up the courage. I'm giving that example to those related to kids. So when you do something, they replicate. Other side also, I'll say. So yesterday she was doing something and she was really not behaving well. And I said, how can you talk to me like that? And she said, Mama, you also talk to me like that. I said, not when I am asking you and you are helping me. But then I understood, of course, why will the child see the context? That when is she doing? She will understand, okay, my mom reacts, she is rude, she is harsh at some time, and that is acceptable. So be inspired by living that life of righteousness We inspire even if the child is young. We inspire and tell and, create that foundation of seeking forgiveness and acknowledging, I understand. I'm a human and that's a mistake. So the more time I acknowledge, after a certain period of time, I realize that my child is able to acknowledge and say sorry. So that's related to a child and that's related to us also. So there is another example I'll give. Again, I'm giving life examples because then it makes it okay, it is practically possible. So very early in my age, I started earning. So when I went, it was fashion, to use naming, like use abusive words. It's a fashion, right? It's cool if we use the F word and so many words and then we just say it, it's cool. So when I went, I came from that kind of, like environment where too much of respect has been focused upon. So I really used to use very polite words. In Hindi, we say aap. I used to address people as aap. And they, like my fellow roommates or, they used to just say that we'll not respond to you if you'll use aap and janab. You have to use tu. So all those who don't understand, it is polite way of addressing somebody. Pronoun you is in a very polite way. So they would not respond. But then what I noticed, okay, I changed little of the words from you, aap to tu or tum. But I noticed that we are five of us or three of us sitting or talking, facing each other. And this person who is too good with the name calling or the abusive words, she will turn to me and she'll be very polite and decent with words. She'll turn to the other person and the words are coming out. And it was fascinating to see. I never asked her. I never said that I have problem with the way you're speaking. I am not doing it because I did not lie. And I'm seriously saying from my experience, and this is something which is very early of 20s, no? Like early 20s people. They are the habit, but they turn to me, they look at me, and they are not able to, or probably they are not doing it. I do not know what change. So it talks about what you sow, that's how we reap it. So, yeah, I think that helps, no? We don't really need the fear. And I think in the example, another solution, at least to me, came instead of using fear as a motivation factor, we can use the positive things of doing that as a motivation factor as well. Yes or no? There's two way of doing it. So let's say if I'm taking an example of brushing teeth, the germs will be there, cavities will be there, you'll have to go to dentist, blah, blah, blah. I can also say, oh my God, if we are brushing teeth, the perk is our mouth smells so good. When we talk, it is not, it's nice if we are talking. We don't have to feel bad. Our teeth are so white and clean, it's so sparkly. Our body is so healthy. If we eat healthy food, it makes our body stronger. And when our body is stronger and healthier, we are able to do more. That applies to everyone. Instead of saying that if you eat junk, your body will sick. These are just small ways. But if we make that small step, slowly and gradually, we are people, we have brain, we make different pathways. It becomes a pattern, it becomes a habit. And once it is a habit, it becomes a way of living. So maybe not in a one day or two, but if we do it, regularly, consistently, no matter how much easy it is to use fear and get things done. If I just say that no, from today, I'll not use fear as a as a factor to get anything done, I can literally say based on whatever understanding I have of life, of everything, in coming, probably for some in coming months, some for weeks, because depends no how much we have misused it in the past. So based on that, we will definitely, like each one of us will definitely see a difference within weeks, months, years in ourselves and in our surroundings. Yes, constancy of aim and effort. So I don't know, but how about we try it and experiment it? That from today, Consciously, we'll try our best not to restore fear. And let's see if I feel physically better, if I feel emotionally better and mentally better. Why I'm saying this? Because if something shifts in us, we are the first one to experience and feel it. And when I feel the difference, oh my God, yes, it gives me a confidence, a conviction that yes, this works. So instead of, you know, believing or doing something, I always feel that it's good to have a very experimental mind. That let me experiment and see how much of this is true. So I hope whatever has been shared, it motivates or at least make you try it for some period of time. And I then later pray that once you try some period of time, may the divine beings, the light beings, help all of us see some kind of a significant difference, which can be our motivation factor for continuing it as we live. So if we want health in all ways, all levels, we really need to make part ways from fear. And I think the best way is not to use it first. Because, see, being fearful, we have been accustomed, it's not easy, it won't come just like that. But if I start reducing my approach to fear in terms of doing things, because we do it a lot, I am very sure you will feel that it's reducing in terms of emotion as well. I request just give it a try, and it would be really kind of you if you share your experience with not using fear in your day-to-day life. At least consciously not do it, right? Yeah. So that's it. Let's close our eyes and do the meditation. And I just hope that all that we heard, all that the mind processed, all the knowledge that flows today, it just becomes a part of us. And this information converts into knowledge as it touches our brain and helps us all be able to follow it naturally, effortlessly, and full faith. So be it. Put your hands in front of your heart, facing outwards. We'll chant Om. 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 The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the plan on earth. So be it, so be it, so be it. Om. 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 We'll chant the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum and share the blessings. Just have faith that as we chant and share, everyone, including all those whom you are concerned with, will be receiving. We can intend that as we chant the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum and share the blessings, may every person, every being be able to receive it without any resistance. Thank you and for faith. So be it. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. May all sentient beings in the higher world, in the middle world, in the lower world, in all the eight directions above and below, be blessed by the Universal Supreme Being, by Buddha Shakyamuni, by Buddha Kuan Yin, by Bodhisattva Meling, by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May all sentient beings be blessed with compassionate, purifying light and soothing, healing energy. May all sentient beings be soothed of their pain, sorrow, and suffering. May all sentient beings be blessed with good health, happiness, spirituality, illumination, abundance, and prosperity. May the mind of all sentient beings be blessed with divine light, wisdom, and discernment. May the heart of all sentient beings be blessed with divine love, with warmness, sweetness, and compassion for all. May the will of all sentient beings be blessed with divine power, with inner strength to do what is right, and to refrain from all unwholesome actions and behaviors. So be it. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. To the great Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we humbly request you to kindly bless all the angelic beings, all the higher beings, all the nature beings, all the spiritual teachers, the gurus, the messiahs, all the invisible helpers, all those who are constantly helping and bringing beauty, health, happiness, evolution to the creation. May all these wonderful beings be blessed infinitely, indefinitely, without any exception. Thank you so much for blessing the beings of light in our rooms as well. In full faith, we thank you. Om Mani Padme Hum. Be still, be super receptive, and let the blessings flow through every cell of your existence. May everyone be blessed without any exception. To the great Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to my beloved spiritual teacher, Grandmaster Shokusui, to Lord Bodhisattva Meling, to Lord Melchizedek, to all the spiritual teachers, to all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, to the hierarchy of angels, spiritual sun, central sun, the beings of light, love, power, the beings of resources, the beings of connectivity, technology, our guardian angels, The angel assigned to the Triangles Blessing team, taking care of the session, Archangel meditation session, today's session, the beings of faith, the beings of inner strength, the beings fighting fear, sicknesses, all the invisible beings who are helping. We are very grateful for your presence, the beings of light in our rooms. We are very grateful for your contribution at all levels. With deep gratitude, deep respect, and lots of love and humility, we thank you all. We thank everyone in full faith. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for joining, for participating. I sincerely hope that whatever is shared kind of become a part of you in one way or the other. Yeah, thank you so much. And I'll just quickly write the name of the book. It's Occult Principles of Health and Healing, and the author is Max. So I've written the name of the book and the author. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. And we'll share the recordings in the Facebook group, The Triangles Live. And we also upload it on YouTube so that you can refer again and yeah, you can share to whosoever you want to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love and gratitude. See you next Thursday. Thank you.